Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to ShortSalePowerHour.com. I'm Kevin Kaufman. You now know this gentleman to my left, Mr. Tom Haupt. We brought him back this week to dive into a very specific strategy that we're gonna share with our viewers today and help them grow their life and their business. So
Absolutely.
I'm gonna hand it right over to you, Tom, and just kind of let you just go to town, and then I'll wrap it up there at the end.
Okay, good. And
Perfect.
just cut me off when you have to.
I will.
So a big premise of what Kevin and I were talking about, how what I'm about to talk about, will be applied into your life and how it could really support your business, is this whole premise of taking risks in life. And what I have found, Kevin, that as we grow up, as young people growing up, I have found that we are programmed to believe that risk is a bad thing to do.
Right.
Taking risks, be careful, it's just a very, I'm afraid to take risks, leery of taking risks, because we've been programmed through, whether it's our environment, through TV, through our parents, through whoever it is, not for any bad reason, but we've learned as we've grown up that risk is a bad thing. And so I was thinking about that a little bit, and I was thinking, you know what, I think that risk should be something that's embraced. And so when I looked more into it, I looked into the dictionary and I found that, well, if you read the dictionary, the definition of risk, no one in their right mind would want to take risks in their personal and professional life. Because as the dictionary says, it's the possibility of loss or injury, a dangerous element or factor to expose to hazard or danger. Now, when you think of risk, that's what you think of, and of course, nobody in their right mind.
No, who wants that?
Yeah, if I take a risk in my business, it'll fail. If it's dangerous to do that. If I take a risk in my relationship, whatever it looks like. So I truly took a look at that, and I thought to myself, I truly believe this, that we live in two realms. We live in the realm of probability, and the realm of probability is, quite frankly, the realm in which we know what the outcome or result will be based on previous experiences in our life. In other words, if you do the exact same thing in your business in 2011, what do you think the results are going to be?
Well, I mean, I can tell you, and none of our viewers here, but I'll pick on our industry overall. So in what Fred and I specialize in our business is short sales, right?
Okay.
The success rate is 30%. National average for real estate agents are successful with 30% of their short sales, which means 70% of the time, homes are going to foreclosure.
Okay.
Now, Fred and I are successful 90% of the time, and there's a bunch of top agents that are 90% or 85% or 80%. I've heard some people as high as 95% successful in short sales. And I think that's more on the side of where you're going, the next part of this. So we've got probability, which is you're probably going to be successful 30% of the time in your short sales if you do things standard, status quo.
The same as you did last year.
Yeah.
Now, for those that are doing the big numbers, I'm going to suggest that if you talk to them, they're probably taking risks and they're doing things differently. And that's why they're creating new and different results. If I do the same thing this year as I did last year, I'm going to get the same results or less. Because I have this theory that we're either growing or decaying. A lot of people think that, no, if I do the same thing this year, I'll get the same results. That would be stability, and I don't believe in that.
No
so
such thing as
you got to read about that in the book. But getting back to this risk, so it's like, well, how can I recontextualize risk and how can I apply it into my business?
Okay.
So if I live in two realms, which one is probability, if I make 2 phone calls today in my business, if I do 1 listing this week, and if I get 3 referrals this week, and I've done that before, I've just worked and spent time in the realm of probability. I know that when I do those things, this is basically what's going to happen. However, if you truly want a new and different business this year, you have got to take risks, because what you say you want is outside your comfort zone in the realm of possibility. That's the other realm we live in.
Yeah.
Now, you either live in the realm of probability or possibility. However, the possibility is going to be uncomfortable, and risk is the doorway to possibility. I believe that in my whole heart. Now, I haven't recontextualized, the word risk, so people are still watching saying, great, I got the concept, but how do I apply it in my life? Well, if there's 2 realms that we live in, and possibility is where we're going to have 95% success this year, we're going to have more short sales, we're going to have more people we're going to help. If it's going to be bigger than last year, regardless of the circumstance, economy, then what I've got to do is I've got to take risks. So risk is simply an action step, but it's an element of the unknown, because possibility is in the unknown. If I do something I've never done before, how do I know how it's going to turn out?
Right.
So I've got to take a risk. It's an element of the unknown that establishes the possibility, because there's no guarantees in life
It's true.
unless you guarantee everything.
No.
Oh, okay,
never.
just checking. I was just checking.
Never.
Okay. So Kevin and I know Fred's not going to guarantee anything. Okay, I love Fred. If you guys aren't going to guarantee anything, it's the possibility. Okay.
Right.
So it's an element of the unknown that establishes the possibility of achievement. And achievement is the new and different results that you want in your business this year. That's the achievement, is the accomplishment of your goals and dreams. So it's just simply part of the process. I write in the book, it's part of 1 + 2 = 3. I believe that 1 is where you are today in your business. That's 1. +2 is the risk you need to take to equal 3. And what's 3? It's the success you want, the goals and the dreams that you have set for yourself at the beginning of the year. So I truly believe that if the equation of 1 + 2 = 3, which is 1 where you are today, plus taking risk equals the success you want in your life, you have to take a risk. I have this saying that I came up with: a risk a day keeps the old results away.
I love that. I love that saying, because risks are huge. I'll just share with you guys. Fred and I took a huge risk in our business last year.
I know you did. I remember having that conversation with you.
I went for a long time without eating meat last year. I mean, and I'm a meat eater. You might have picked up on that. I like steak. I like chicken. I like meat. And I went a significant amount of time without eating meat because I took a risk, and we came up short. But here's you know what? We missed our goal. We came up short, and we far exceeded anything we'd ever accomplished in our business ever.
Perfect.
That it was so worth it. I mean, granted, maybe that was a silly risk, maybe not. I thought it was worth it. What I learned over the course of that risk time frame, and the amount of uncomfortableness that I went through to be able to get to our business to a new level 1, or a new number 1, a new point, which was so much higher than what we had before, it was so worth it. I mean, I'll go back even further, talking about risk. 2007, I got engaged at the end of 2006, December, it was like 20th of 2006, December 19th actually, of 2006, and I quit my job so I could get a real estate license at the end of April 2007. Couple months ahead of couple months out from my from my wedding, right?
Uh-huh.
I came home from Advanced Leadership Summit. How many people has Kimberly probably caused to quit their job? Not caused, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
How many people go through an experience like that
Sure.
and go, man, I had a revelation and I took a huge risk and I quit my job. I got a real
Change
estate
the way
license.
you thought.
I changed my viewpoint. I changed the way I thought. I put a bigger risk out there,
Mhm.
and I went after something to create something totally new, a new set of results in my life that I had never had before.
Absolutely.
And I went from, having a decent paying job, $40,000 or $50,000 a year, very stable, very great, to having my own business and unlimited income potential. And it's night and day different.
And as a result, going forward, once you create a new and different result, which I'm not suggesting, because I said it establishes the possibility of achievement. Most people think, okay, Tom, I take your advice, I'll take a risk, oh, it didn't work out. Then they go victim to, well, it didn't work out, so I guess this stuff doesn't work. No,
Absolutely
in other words,
not.
you got to take another risk, and you got to take another risk. But what happens more times than not, the more you play life outside your comfort zone, the more you play outside your life in that uncomfortable zone, the more new and different results you have. And as a result of that experience, you have new evidence in your life
Yes.
that when you do take a risk, and it is scary, it's okay. Because more times than not, something positive and extraordinary will happen, as opposed to getting the same old results that you had last year. So I acknowledge you for doing it. It just looked different. You didn't read the book. You didn't know about the book. However, you are an example of what I refer to in the book.
Yep. And I love your idea of a risk a day. To me, a risk is a big thing. If you don't have something on the line, it's really hard to continuously be going after it. And I'm sure we're running long now, so we'll wrap it up.
We'll talk about that in the next one.
I think we can talk you into coming back and doing another one right now. So let's thank Tom again. Again, really quickly, if you haven't seen last Monday's webisode, go back, check that out, and then go to tomhaupt.com. It's TOMHAUPT.com. Check out his book, check out his website, read Tom's blog, check him out on Facebook. Tom's got a lot of good information to share, and if you're looking for more results in your life and your business, I'm going to encourage you to plug into what Tom has to say and just pick up some more nuggets, and we're going to come back and we're going to take this risks conversation a little bit further. So thanks a lot. We'll see you next week. Or excuse me, I'll see you Wednesday. Tom will see you next week on Short Sale Power Hour. Remember, you ready to do this chant now?
I think so.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Short Sale Power Hour. Short Sale Power Hour.
Take a time out.
Perfect. It'd be more perfect if the remote worked.
That's great.
I love this remote.